What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I got a question for y'all. Do people still? No, that's a dumb question. I was about to ask y'all, do people still fall for distractions? But I know the answer. The answer to that question is 100% yes. I think that all distractions are not created equal. I think there are some distractions that are absolutely effective when they put them out there, and then it shifts everybody's focus to this way, and then all of a sudden what's going on over here can be done without any eyes and ears on them because everybody's focused on that. um, but what I also do know that there are some distractions that are so insulting to the intelligence of the people that it's almost laughable that they would still um, try to pull it off. Um, and I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. I'm just trying to lay my little base. Um, you ever seen somebody? It starts at childhood where you may see somebody, may see a child who gets in trouble, and when that child gets in trouble and they get busted for being in that trouble, then one of the first things that that child will do, they'll say, Johnny, he took some cookies out the thing, and he ate the cookies and didn't nobody know it, and he'll just totally tell on somebody else because he's in trouble, somebody that's totally unrelated. So now you fast forward that all the way up into what we call the snitching culture, the snitching era, where people kind of pretty much do the same thing. Um, when I see somebody that's in the grease real heavy, and I'm thinking about somebody who's the head of this current administration in the United States of America. Um, he's in the grease pretty heavy behind that whole Epstein file thing, and that's cool because I mean, we got bigger fish to fry as a people, um, to just be focusing in on that type of stuff. We got to get our own act together. We got to get our own unity together, and things of that nature. But I'm laying out a principle, and so many people want those files released and open to the public, but um, they're not being released, and for obvious reasons. They're not being released because his name is probably all up through them, all up through them. But so with that being said, it's got to be distraction, distraction. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, hey, what's going on over here? Say, watch this. Nope, watch this, because the heat has to be taken off him, and it has to be, that whole situation has to be downplayed so that the leader of the free world uh, can maintain a reputation that mostly everybody knows does not exist in the first place. Said all that to say this. Now, it's been said that the Martin Luther King files are going to be released. A lot of the information that had been sealed for decades is now going to be released. And luckily for us, a lot of the things that I think that they want to try to put out as it relates to Martin Luther King, a lot of those things are already known by the people who know. Just the basics. Now, there may be some other stuff that comes out that we don't know. But it's strange how what they want to do is try to put out some stuff on somebody else that they want to put out some stuff on somebody else to try to besmirch the name and reputation and legacy of somebody else, all because there's heat on them, on him. And that takes us all the way back to what I said about the little child. Now, the funny part about it is that when people go after folks that are not even here anymore, to me, that is a telltale sign about the character of that person as it is. And I think I've made a couple of videos like this before, like when somebody goes out of their way to talk down on a person who's deceased, to talk down, not to mention, not to say, well, you know, I had a beef with that person, or we didn't really get along. No, that's not talking down. I'm talking when they just going in on somebody who's not even here to defend themselves anymore, all in an attempt, even in the grave, you still going in on that person, all in an attempt to try to lift yourself up or to cover yourself on something else. This is what we're witnessing right now, and it just happens to be one of the greatest black leaders that we've ever had. So regardless of what might come out, I want y'all to understand this, that a man's good works will always overpower and overshadow whatever wrongs that they may have done to an extent. And I think that would actually be the case. The people don't really care, because a lot of the freedoms that we enjoy today are enjoyed because of the work and the sacrifices of Dr. Martin Luther King and many, 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 many countless others. So the childlike behaviors, the distractions, oh, y'all talk about me, but look at this. That's not gonna work, man. So y'all keep your eyes open and stay focused on that, because it just doesn't happen on those levels. It happens all over the place, and it could be you the next time it comes around. So, all right, man, y'all keep that in mind. It's your big brother, K-Rino. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. I always have all your notifications on, because I want y'all to rock with your big brother on these everyday videos that I drop. And I will catch y'all later on. Peace.